Democrats are shocked that you see Muslim leaders around this country that are actually putting their endorsement behind Donald Trump and Republicans. But why should they be shocked? Democrats are a party that is antithetical to all values conservative. And let's be honest, the values that Islamic Americans share with so many other in this country are conservative values. Do they really think that Muslims are cool with the OnlyFans culture? Are cool with the culture that says that we should not only have abortions, but celebrate abortions up to and including up to the third trimester? Where Kamala Harris was asked specifically, could she think of one policy that she would be in favor of that would limit abortions? And she said it should be left up completely to a doctor and a woman. That actually at Democratic rallies had abortion services there? Are Democrats really shocked that Muslims would be opposed to something like this? Or perhaps the fact that Democrats are talking out of both sides of their mouth, including Kamala Harris, when it comes to the conflict between Israel and Palestine. By no means is this an issue that's unique to Muslims. Of course, all people, including Muslims, may have an opinion on what's going on there, but that's how the Democrats feel about Muslims. They feel that they have to pander to them and say, we assume this is where you stand on the issue of Israel-Palestine, so we're going to criticize Israel when it comes to messages that are put in districts that have majority Muslim populations. And yet they're running the exact opposite ads when it comes to areas that have a more Jewish population. Why do you think that is? Because once more, it's not that Kamala Harris or the Democrats have policies that they think would be better for Muslim Americans. Quite to the contrary. They think that it'll be enough to just pander to those Americans and people in the Muslim community just up until the point where they win the election, and they could go back to ignoring them. Muslim Americans also, shock of all shocks, are concerned about things like the cost of living, a secure border, and things like not wanting a world where conflict is rife. Many of our great Muslim Americans came to this country because they were tired of the situations they saw in countries around the world. Many people were born here and are Muslim because they understand the importance of strong community values and strong values within their church. These are all things that we have seen Kamala Harris and the Democrats suggest that they would be against. They're even for forcing religious institutions, such as Catholics and others, to adapt their radical policies on things including abortion. The Democratic Party is the party of embracing transgender ideology, including the indoctrination of children into this ideology. Are Democrats really shocked that Muslim Americans don't like this? Are they really shocked that they would respect someone like Donald Trump, who has not only showed that he will have a world of strength through peace, but has been willing to go into all communities and treat them as individuals, as opposed to pandering them as some oppressed minority? People like Ron Paul have signed on to the Trump administration and endorsed him. Ron Paul, who spoke up so vehemently against the mistreatment of Muslim Americans following 9/11, where we saw neocons that are now with the Democratic Party and Democrats do things like weaponize the Patriot Act to spy on mosques all across this great country. The truth is, Muslim Americans want a country where they could practice their beliefs, where they're not being indoctrinated and pandered to, where the economy is going well enough for them to do things like start businesses, increase the amount of ability to care for their family. They want a world that's safe. They want a border that's secure. And the Democratic Party is not offering any of that. They're just saying we're entitled to the Muslim vote. And make no mistake about it, they will show their contempt for Muslim Americans that decide not to vote for Kamala Harris. So for those reasons, I think that you should strongly consider, if you're a Muslim American, of voting for the Trump 2024 ticket and Republicans down ballot. Together, we'll make this country great again, we'll have an economy that works for everyone, and we'll support the strong family values and religious freedom that the Democrats seek to take away from us.